welcome back. We're so glad that you're with us to celebrate another nominee for the third annual Marion Lindblad-Goldberg Award. We're here today and we're going to be celebrating Becca Bowman. Hey, Becca.
Hi, hello.
Hi. So we have a couple people joining us today to help with this celebration. We have Wilson Santiago, the Operations and Clinical Director, Family Base at Laurel Life. Hey, Wilson. And we have Jody, who's a Program Director at Laurel Life's Family Base. Hey, Jody.
Hey.
We have Dr. Zach Alicio, who's the trainer for the Harrisburg cohort. Hey, Zach.
Hey everyone.
Hi. So, Wilson, I'm going to turn to you first. Why are you not surprised that Becca was nominated for this award this year?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm not surprised because of the impact that Becca has, not just in one program, but her handprints are in multiple programs, as she has helped shape and lead what family base looks like for us here at Rural Life. Um, I've seen improved outcomes in terms of the families that we have and discharge successfully. Clinicians who come through our program who stay and appreciate the leadership that is provided to them, excuse me. Um, I think, Becca's contributions go beyond basic job expectations as a whole. Her work is top notch. She does the little things, never has to be told to do anything. She recognizes, people's strengths and limitations and really hones in on what they need and what they need to be successful. And I do think she sets the example of what it means to lead with empathy and bringing a human experience to all of us. I think what sets her apart a lot of times from others. She's honest, ethical, she's trustworthy, she treats people with respect. And like I said, I just think she goes above and beyond in all ways without having to be told to.
Wow. I mean, I really appreciate how you're like even punctuating her leadership and how it shows up. What have you seen her do in the face of adversity?
Oh man, she jumps in. This is one of the things that I really appreciate, Becca. We had an issue, just to give it a quick example, we had an issue with the program and didn't really know how I was going to navigate it. And before I could really come up with a way to navigate some of these, barriers, she came in and basically said, I got you, I got this. This is what we're going to do. And I can help with this and I can help with that. I can help lead this and I can help lead that. You go do this, you go do that. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, you got this to lead. She's, yeah, but I got this. I got this. It's easy. It's good. We're good. So she brings a lot of ease even to the work that I do. She brings me a lot of comfort because she doesn't crack, when adversity shows or rears its ugly head. She is simply, we got this, and this is where we're going to lead, and this is how we're going to lead. And what I love about that is I can look at myself and say, well, wait a minute, that needs to start with me as a director, as a, head of this program. And she says, no, I'm the supervisor. I got this. It's going to start with me. And that's just a blessing to have. Just really is.
Yeah, and Wilson, you were reading my mind. I was thinking about like how her dedication to growth has impacted you, and I'm hearing you say that it leads to you reflecting on how you're showing up and that you're reciprocating in leadership. So it's just beautiful. Jody, I'm going to come to you now. Why are you not surprised that Becca was nominated?
I so I'm not surprised whenever I got the email. I was like, oh, of course Becca would be, because she lives this model not only like in here but outside, in supervisions, even in conversations that I've had with her about different situations. She kind of brings like a different perspective and remembering to pull in the structural family, like the ecosystemic structural family therapy into everything that she does in conversations.
Yeah. I know. I couldn't wait when she got nominated. I was like blowing her up. I was like, Becca, call me back. It's Jen from the training center. Like,
Yeah.
Crowley was like, is the world ending? Why is Jen calling me?
So random, right?
Yeah. Um, so what do you appreciate about her leadership in the face of adversity?
She brings this calm. I know she is like her and I are very similar in some ways, but that's one way we are different. Like I can just go and I
Mhm.
need to be reminded to slow down, but she'll be like, hold on a second, and really has you take that pause
Yeah.
and be like, have you thought about it this way?
Mm,
And it's a nice refresher. I mean, I've been doing this a little bit longer, but not like it's still nice to have that reminder of like, we gotta slow down sometimes.
hmm Yeah, right. It's so helpful to have somebody who's willing to say we got to slow down. It just to me like oozes Dr. Marion Lindblad-Goldberg, right? In the face of everybody's going and doing, she would speak up and ask everybody to slow down. And you're, narrating Becca doing the same thing.
Mhm.
How has her commitment to growth impacted your own growth?
It goes back to that, how, like her dedication to it. She's taken on a lot of different things that in the past I would have said, you know what, I can do this, I got this. And she, even before I have a chance to raise my hand and say, nope, I got this, she's doing it. And it gives me the chance to slow myself down and say, I don't have to be the center of everything, or I'm not the only one that can do.
Yeah.
Like she has done a phenomenal job with the structure of how we have just changed. We got an administrative assistant. She has led that in training them and teaching them different things because they're out of her office,
hmm
which has been great because they have just kind of jumped in and done all of the things.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's, like I hear you speaking to like turning to others to solve the challenge instead of solving it in isolation, right?
Mhm.
And really fostering that you guys as an organization are working that way, are using your alliance members.
Yep.
Um, Zach, I'm coming to you. So why are you not surprised Becca's been nominated for the award?
Jen, Jody, Wilson, and Becca, like others have said, I'm not surprised the least bit. Since you've entered our group as a supervisor, Becca, since I've known you in our group, there's been a level of intentionality, of presence, and as others have said, commitment that sets you apart, Becca. As we all know, this is a very difficult job to do. And you approach each meeting as how I love when you always video, each recording with depth, with consistency. And when people do that time and time again, it's a marker for how they not only serve their supervisees, but ultimately how we help serve the families. So not a surprise to me.
Yeah. So how have you seen Becca use her leadership in the face of adversity?
There's two examples that come to mind. One is Becca at our last year, 2 years ago, maybe at our in-person training. One of your staff members had a medical challenge and you were out to lunch. And when I sat with that staff member, she immediately looked at me and said, I need Becca. You came in, you were grounded, regulated, and supportive. And Wilson, I think you said this earlier, is a human being. 2, was that same training or another training? Becca, there was also a professional hardship that you and your team encountered. And we chatted afterwards. And what I thought to myself afterwards was Becca was grounded, was not reactive, was curious with me, and how do we grow from this experience? Which to me is what leadership is.
So how has Becca's commitment to growth and development impacted your own commitment to your growth and development?
Becca rides that line of what the collaborative coding scale asks us to do, of being supportive, being affirming, but also being challenging. In what I've witnessed in the multiple times, Becca, that we've worked together in supervisor groups or in clinicals, I just envision when I walk away that your teams, the families that your teams are working with, are leaving saying, Becca's got my back, and Becca's pushing me out of the zone of proximal development. And that's what I leave, and that's what resonates with me when I'm around Becca's presence.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right. I always light up when I see Becca enter the training Zoom. I'm like, yeah, saying hi. So Becca, I'm coming to you.
Right.
What does it mean to be recognized as having the same passion and commitment as our fearless Director Emeritus, Dr. Marion Lindblad-Goldberg?
You know, I was thinking about this, and it really is an honor. You know, she's dedicated her life's work to helping families heal, connect with the community, create lasting change, not only within themselves, but the surrounding systems. And it is both humbling and inspiring to be compared to her and that level of passion. And to sit here and hear what you all have to say about me, I don't slow down to think about it much. And it really is. It is very humbling. So thank you guys.
Yeah. So how do you do it, Becca? Like, what sustains you? What inspires you to, to be able to show up the way everybody's, sharing with us today?
You know, I have been thinking about that too. I've been in family-based for about 10 years now.
Wow.
And I don't know, in that time though, I've come to see the results that ESFT brings. I truly believe in the model. And, like Jody was mentioning, I try to live that model in my own life. I want to be able to help families and staff apply the model to see the incredible changes it can facilitate if you really stick with it. And the successes I've seen over these 10 years, the successes I've had in my own life using the model, and my desire to spread that success as far as possible by guiding staff and working with families really helps to sustain me and energize me in the work that I do.
You've spoken very beautifully to, that this work is not easy and it just fits and makes sense for you. That how is it that you use the adversity to contribute to your growth and development? Like, I mean, you're doing the thing we train people and try to inspire people to do, right? Like, how do you do it?
Well, I mean, I believe that without challenges and adversity, there would be little to no growth or development, if any at all. Each challenge that I've faced, both as a clinician and a supervisor in family-based, has really pushed me out of my comfort zone and ultimately forced me to come out stronger. Each struggle taught me something about myself, the model, those around me. And I've come to realize that challenges and adversity are constant. So in facing them, I've learned to navigate them, which I think is a key piece. I think it plays a key role in being able to develop, learning how to navigate the inevitable challenges we face. Not only do the challenges help me grow, but I think they provide me with the opportunity to share that growth with those around me, which is another huge part of it.
Yeah. Well, we see it. People are seeing it. So I just want to thank everybody so much for creating this time and space for us to celebrate you, Becca, and so well deserved. And to all of those watching, thank you so much for joining us today. I just want to remind everybody, if you haven't subscribed to the blog and the newsletter, I encourage you to do so. Check out our socials. And June 1st, we'll be announcing the recipients of the award. So thank you all so much and see you next time. Bye.